Hey guys, Dementus here, another GX related video. This time we will be installing an upgrade for our interior and running boards as well, but mostly interior lights from halogen, as you saw, to the bright white LED lights. As you can see from this picture, hopefully, the difference is quite drastic. The amount of brightness I got from these lights is immeasurable, and from now on I can really see stuff inside my vehicle when I want to see stuff, instead of just trying to get an outline, which I could do that in my previous halogen lights in my GX and also in my RX older one, because they are quite dim, and in this case you can even read stuff quite easily. Just keep in mind that my interior is black trim, so it complements the bright white quite well, and it might clash, the white might clash with a beige interior if you have a beige trim, which might be even complementing the warm halogen lights, so the results for you in that case might not be that desirable. Here's the package we are getting. It is about $27 on Amazon store. I will link it down into the description. All the lights I have used were working. I had no flaws with the light quality. It comes with the package of lights and also the plastic trim remover tool and these instructions. As you can see here, all the lights are 3 in type. You have the most common, these black standard ones, which can be interchanged in all the destinations. You can see them on the floorboards, interior, and so on. So you do not really run any risks of messing them up. The other 2 types are the vanity lights, which you should use for the sun visor up top. And also it comes with backup lights, which is not an interior light. Yeah, we can say that the running boards is not interior light as well, but still, I wasn't really expecting to get them, and I was quite pleasantly surprised. And as you can see on the instruction and in the real life there as well, they have quite a large amount of LED pods, and I will upload installation for them and the results as well later on. We'll keep in mind to keep 1 halogen and 1 LED in order to showcase the change, or should I say the difference between them, because yeah, I always had problem with base trim reverse lights in all of my vehicles I had in all of my life. Due to several factors, they are quite dim, and also due to the fact that the camera quality is quite abysmal in older cars, and when it's dark and the light source is not very bright, it becomes even worse. So reversing in bad climate conditions or bad lighting conditions can be really annoying. So upgrading any type of reverse lights, if you can provide any upgrade, is quite welcome. All right, so the first thing we are doing is the car doors. It is very easy to disassemble this light housing, and doing the upgrade in this location is the easiest as well. So I'm doing it. The first thing, just disconnect the wires and make sure you are careful, because the halogen lights can warm up quite a bit, so it might burn your fingers if the car was running for an extensive period of time. Just disconnect this and add a new LED bulb, this simple black bulb, back in. Just make sure to check it before assembling it back on. Just connect it with a wire. If it's not lighting up, twist it around, because it has distinctive polarity. So after the second try, it is working. I know it is assembled correctly, so I'm continuing to assemble the other plastic parts in order to get everything together back on. It was quite easy. I had not run into any problems for this location. Just make sure that when popping these lights outside the housing, for me, for the driver's door, it was on the right side, but if it can be on the different sides on the different doors, just make sure to be careful because if it is located in the other side, you might damage the plastic trim. Be careful and patient, and it should work. All right, so the second try is for the running boards. It is very hard to film, especially for me due to this inexperience. Just make sure to twist the light bulb, I believe, the clockwise, and you should make the bulb housing to come off, as well as all this dirt into your face. And just remove the halogen lights, insert the LED lights, and put this thing back inside this contraption. I ran into some problems while working here for other lights because this wire was too short for me to twist it back inside. So make sure if you run into similar problems, there you can see there is a plastic clamp which connects the wire harness to the frame, metal frame. If you disconnect this, you will have a larger room to maneuver this housing to twist it back inside this inside its place. All right, and we have the LED light here as well. And the second, or should I say the third, is the main first row panel. You have to just bring it down. It has several clamps inside. It is quite challenging to do so, but once you have removed this panel, the removal of lights is just easy peasy. One problem I found here was related to the assembly itself. It has, I believe, some copper parts inside, and you will see later on in the video. So while removing the halogen bulb, the copper part fell off and it wasn't working. I believe this is the problematic side that was not working. I switched the polarity and the bulb wasn't lighting up still. So I believe I ditched this side and did the other side, and then I realized that the problem was related to the copper piece that fell off, and the circuit wasn't really working properly due to that problem. All right, before I'm messing with this thing, also one problem I just remembered that I had with the running boards was that the bulb itself fell inside that cup thing. This is, as you can see, this is the inside view, and one of these copper pieces fell off. That was the reason why my light wasn't working properly in the video. After you're done with it, as you can see, I had some major damage to the plastic. It was showing from the outside, so I used the plastic trim removal tool to just squish it on the sides so it wasn't visible once the thingy was installed back inside the housing. As you can see, it is quite bright, pretty sight. Once again, to go back to the running boards, if you saw it in the video, it has a glass housing which is held by 2 bolts. If you remove those bolts, the glass isn't coming off. That's what I found out after the LED light fell inside while I was trying to twist the housing back inside. The LED light fell in this well type of thingy, so I retrieved the magnet, and by holding the magnet on top, this LED light just stick to it correctly, and I was easily able to remove the fallen in light. So if you have the similar situation, use magnets. They will help you a bit. This is the removal of so-called vanity lights. Again, similar to the door lights, quite easy to put it, and it doesn't have any assembly. You can just remove this halogen part and insert the second type of light you saw in the instructional paper. Don't mess it up and insert this black common light, because then you will remember and realize, oh, I have two different lights left for other parts. I should have inserted these different types of lights back inside the vanity lights. I made that mistake, so you try to avoid it. And this is the final part. Unfortunately, you are seeing the damage my vehicle got after it was in an accident from the previous not viewer, but the owner of the vehicle. And I'm working for the third row assembly, but this is the same for the second row as well. As you can see, I have only removed the plastic portion that is transparent, not the housing itself, because I found out that the light is quite easily, well, you can't really see here that it is easy, but if your hands are sweaty enough, sticky enough, you can use one finger and the plastic tool in order to create this kind of a clamp. Just stick it, make sure the bulb is in between your finger and the plastic, and carefully drag it out. It should come off. I can think of several designs of you making use of some other tools to make the light come off, but I thought that this was easier in order to do this instead of removing this whole housing and doing the job that way. If you remove these halogen bulbs and insert the LED lights, then the job is done. The only thing problematic here is, again, it is quite a narrow space, and if you have thick fingers, or should I say adult fingers, it is quite tricky to do it with your own fingers unless you use any kind of plastic or any other materials for one side. But if you try long enough, unfortunately this video isn't showing how easy it is, but as you can see, I have inserted it finally, and it is not working. Unfortunately, I probably messed up the polarity again. Yeah, it should be the case. Again, the lights had no fault, so if it's not working, it is due to the polarity. And voila! And that's it. Again, despite the fact that the reverse lights also come with this package, I will split the video and show you it on another one, because this was dedicated to the interior lighting, so to say. Just be patient, watch this video, watch other videos, and make sure you're doing everything carefully, and you shouldn't mess anything up. It is quite easy electronics change you can make with your vehicle, and definitely you will be satisfied with the final result. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.